Hey everybody, Mike Sersen here with landserve.ai. This is my first video I'm recording for this software. Please bear with me. This isn't something that I do regularly. Well, actually working with the software is something I do regularly, but streaming, not so much. But that's okay. I watch enough streams. I know what people do. So, if you guys are not familiar with the software, here is landserve.ai. I hope you've jumped through all the hoops that I've set up to get in here. If you haven't, you can browse the interface, AI interface, but at some point you would need to either obtain or bring your own API key. So without further ado, let's get this started. Here's the CAD manager. I usually like to kick off a session with the CAD manager just to make sure that all the layers are loaded. Here you can see the layers and their associated descriptions and various associations. Okay, so let's go ahead and have the system draft a deed from a PDF. If you drop the PDF in here or just open, here's one that I have. It allows you to select the pages that you want it to operate on, so that way you're not wasting tokens. Confirm selection, and now process. So what this is doing is simple OCR, optical character recognition. It's going to go through and convert anything that it can into text that the AI can read, essentially. It is also it does two things. It takes the text that may or may not be embedded in the document, and then it also converts the document to a raster image, like a JPEG, and then it runs OCR on the raster image. Now what it's doing is a light pass, just to look for various descriptions within one document. So if a document has more than one description, this ought to pick it out and it's going to summarize them for us. So this one does have multiple descriptions. You can see the summaries here. You can drop down to get more information on the summary. You could ask it to recompute it from a certain point or an easting, northing and easting. But what I want to do is just compute preview. Let it just do it right here in place. The software doesn't give the greatest feedback to the fact that it's thinking. I mean, right here, it gives you an indication. If this is minimized, this flashes red in the corner here, or you can drag it around. So that lets you know that it's thinking. It should eventually start showing us what it's thinking. It just needs to construct the proper JSON, and there we go. So this is not technically drafted yet. This is in a state of ready to be drafted. And what I mean by that is, you could transform this. You could translate it. You can rotate it. And in doing so, afterwards, then you can draft it. But what I want to put it back to 0. Let's go ahead and put this back to its deed rotation. I'd like to show you guys that it does have bearings and distances associated to it, and that this is a nice clean curve down here. It's not a curve approximation. The software does use curve math. So if you recall, we have multiple descriptions. So I'd like to compute the second description here. So let's go ahead and compute it. preview. Wanted to point out too that when it computed that, it said it had a high confidence, and it tells us why. All calcs were clear and unambiguous. So we can see here that the second one has been drafted. Well, I apologize, it's been calculated. It has not been drafted. Um, you can go ahead and draft them in place. And you can hide the silhouettes. You can still adjust the scale. And these are all editable. Your bearings and distances. So you can drag them where you need. If you wanted to rotate them, you'd hold in Alt and click. Hold in Control, drag, Alt, click. Whoops, that did that one, didn't it? Okay. There. You can drag around the curve data. It was doubled down because see it drew the two pieces.